Hey, what's going on, family? This is your brother here, D.R.speaks. Listen, I'm on my way to the range, and I wanted to do this video. It reminded me of something as I was driving. Before being an everyday carrier, a concealed carrier, I was able to purchase my pistol before having my concealed carry license. All right, and so for those that don't know, you don't necessarily have to have a license to be able to purchase a gun, but you do need a license for carrying and for transporting a certain way, which I'm going to get to in this video, at least where I live, right? And so the way I was able to purchase, and again, this video is not about purchasing firearms. I'm not trying to tell you how to do it or what to do or anything like that, so you two don't come after me for that. I'm just kind of telling the story. So I was able to go down to the local police station. I had to do a background check, fingerprint. They gave me the permit that I needed to be able to take to the FFL, or if you were going to buy from someone, you take that piece of paper to them, they fill out the information, and then you go from there, right? And so, although I was able to legally obtain a firearm, I was not legally able to carry it or transport it without limitations. And so what would that look like? So for example, again, where I live at, if I was going to go to the range, I would have to transport the firearm in a lockbox, unloaded, and separate from ammo.
I'm done.
All right, because again, in my state, if you have a firearm inside your vehicle, let's just say you got a firearm inside your vehicle and it's sitting on the passenger seat next to you, or it's in your center console, or it's in your glove box, right? That's considered concealed carrying in my state. That's considered concealed carrying, all right? And again, it's different for everybody, everywhere, but at least here, that's how the laws are written, right? And so if I was going to go to the range, I would have to put it in a lockbox out of my reach. So like in the back trunk area there, or in your trunk if you have one, or in your back seat, farthest away from you as possible. And then again, the ammo had to be separate. And so that's where that gun lock comes in. You have to lock it. And I'll probably try to put a video or a picture or something in here somewhere that shows you how I would have to transport it. And watch this. Because I didn't have a concealed carry license at the time, I would have to go straight to the range and then straight back home. We're not supposed to make any stops or anything like that, because if you did and the police officer found out that you had a gun on you, they'd be like, why are you carrying this gun?
Right to jail. Because
you only are legally able to transport it if you're going to a range or going somewhere to sell it or going somewhere for repairs. But of course I was able to legally have it at home, all right? And I could defend my house if I needed to with that particular firearm, and I'd be okay. And so I'm making this video to say this. Wherever you are, it is so very important for you to recognize and understand the transport and carry laws in the state in which you reside, all right? Because at the end of the day, sometimes we could be doing what we believe is right or believe is okay. And here's the reason why I was able to find out this information, is because I was on platforms like this, like YouTube and social media that talked about this. Because prior to that, I would have just thought that I can just have my gun and just take it, put it on my person, go to the range and not have any issues, all right? And so it's important that these type of videos continue to be dropped and continue to be circulated, and you all like them and comment on them so that it can kind of be fed into the algorithm so that people can know about proper gun responsibility. Now, let me just say this. I understand Second Amendment rights. I get it. I'm all for it. And I'm not trying to tell you to not embrace the Second Amendment. But what I am trying to tell you to do is do things that is going to be to your advantage. Like don't compromise yourself. Don't risk your freedom, all right, for avoiding a couple of steps. And so again, that is a tedious process, having to put the gun in a lockbox and then run a lock through it and then separate it from the ammo and all that type of stuff. Like that became tedious. And so I'm like, no, just going to get the concealed carry license.
I am now licensed.
That way, I can transport my firearm on my person. I can go wherever I want to. That is obviously permissible for me to be able to go and not have any issues as a result, right? That would be the benefit of having a concealed carry license, especially if you live in a state that has those type of transportation or transport limitations, all right? So just kind of keep those things in mind. Let me know y'all thoughts on this. Is this something that you have to deal with where you are? Does this sound familiar? Do you live in an open constitution, open carry state where you can, or I'm sorry, not open carry, but constitutional carry state? That's what I'm saying, trying to say. You live in those type of states? If so, let me know how that experience is, because actually here they do have legislation that's kind of on the books now that may allow us to be a constitutional carry state, which would then do away with all of those permits and licenses and things of that sort. But until then, there's rules and laws that citizens must abide by so that they can continually maintain their freedom. And I'm all about staying free, all right? I don't know about you all, but all right. Hopefully y'all got something out of this. I appreciate you all for your time. Please do me a favor, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until we meet again, this is your brother here, D.R.speaks. Be blessed.